I'll say.
And an insurance seminar on 75 South. Captain, what do you got?
There's a roundup of cattle. I'm way lost, by the way. I'm way off track. I'm over Arkansas or something. I don't know what happened.
That's not good.
No, it's not. How about Joy? Joy Cashin.
I did. I called you 12.
I can't understand any of that. None of it.
All I can tell you is I was blown away by what I saw as just a guest in the lounge, just a guest of being a part of the staff. I can't even imagine the thrills and the chills. It was almost more than I could take. But I got to tell you, I met Bob Scott and spent some time talking with him. He's an excellent storyteller. I always enjoy a good story. And Bob Doyle, he
was there too.
He was there too. If you're sitting around on a Saturday night and you don't know what to do, you might check out the Lounge Show.
C'est le Lounge Show avec Rob Scott et Bob Doyle, deux diffuseurs vétérans qui aiment s'entendre parler et qui réussissent d'une manière ou d'une autre à se supporter. Voyons si vous pouvez les supporter aussi bien. Voici Rob et Bob.
Welcome to the Lounge Show. This is not at all offensive to our French viewers. We shall commit to talking like this for the next 45 seconds while the French viewership disintegrates.
So what happens when I talk over the music? No one hears it. Is that the deal?
It just gets all muddled. You know, it's that compression. It gets all that's why we keep saying we're going to do Jam Kazam, and we never will. We never will.
We
no,
will.
We
Welcome
won't. No,
yes, we will.
I refuse.
What we need to do is plan it, and
Hollywood.
get to, and yes, and then 2:00 on Saturday, and we're gonna set aside an hour, and we'll do the whole thing and use up lots of cell phone battery and do that.
Yeah, I remember that plan. Almost that exact plan. And
by the way, for those of you, if this is your first time,
it's 9:00 on a Saturday
to be in the lounge. Congratulations, you found it.
You sure did. We tried to hide it from you, but you know, when you're persistent like that, when you hold the vision.
You do good marketing, is why Bob does a wonderful job with the marketing.
We've got a whole team here, and we spend Tuesday through Thursday strategizing.
Almost did a spit take. Yeah, Tuesday through Thursday is the planning stage, and then the execution.
Well, we got we have a dress rehearsal on Friday where we get all this down,
and then we have a debriefing.
Well, that's after. That's right.
Yeah.
That's always the best part. That's where we're always like, why isn't this live?
Right.
So that no one can hear this.
We have the flag. There's the brainstorm flag, the BS flag. Did you ever have any meetings like that when they had the BS? Of course you didn't. You didn't work in any corporate, hardly anything. You've been an entrepreneur.
I had my share of meetings for sure.
Well,
my last corporate job.
Did you have the BS flag, the bullshit flag? It's like a flag like a ref throws in. I'm serious, like in football. And when you're brainstorming, there are no wrong ideas. There's no bad ideas. And I always went, crap, that's crap. There are bad ideas. I hear them all the time in these. But anyway, then if you give someone crap about it, you go, oh, no, that was awful. Then they throw the flag. It's like a penalty against you. Have you had any of those?
I've never worked in an environment that was so childish in my entire life.
I don't think it was. I think it was a fad. It was someone read a book, one of those deals.
Well, see, that's why I keep trying to get all these books banned. All of them. Sure. Every one of them. Well, not all of them, just the ones with words.
And how's the plan going so far?
It's not good. I haven't even told anybody about it yet. So,
but there are books to be banned.
It's a grassroots thing, and it's like I've got the packet of seeds.
Okay. All right. Very good.
Thank you. It is warm out here. We feel summer coming, even though we're only in March. I'm Bob Doyle.
And I'm Rob Scott. It's 53 degrees in Atlanta. Clear skies.
Yeah.
And it was windy. I was out at a party today. I was at the I called you from the party. I was at Riley's 6th birthday party.
That's right.
And it was way
6.
the hell out there. Yeah, 6 years old. I mean, and not in a bad way. It was a wonderful drive. One of the dry conditions, sunny skies, wonderful, and through the country. And I got out there. He owns, I think I told you on the phone, like 55, 56, 60 acres. 50's here. Somebody.
That's Kimberly.
Yeah. Kimberly.
Did you ever meet Kimberly?
I don't believe so.
Kimberly, did you ever? This would have been years ago. Did you ever meet Rob? Kimberly, did you even talk about him, or did I just try and keep him a secret from everybody? Like,
well, I don't
need people to know.
Anyway, the point is, it was a wonderful party.
Yeah.
And it was way out there, and Bobby paid cash like $176,000 for the 60 acres. And he paid cash, and I'm going, it was so like, gee, I never did anything that smart in my entire life. Not forever did I ever go buy a bunch of land.
One of the 15 smartest people.
Which I have now decided it was folly. That was complete folly. That was alcohol-induced folly that I went down that road. I'm not even probably in the top 30. I get such a kick out of that I said that and believed it. It really is. You reflect on these things when you get sober. And it's an interesting time, on occasion when these ideas go through your brain. You go, oh, yeah, I said that, and I really meant it.
I stood by it. I was committed.
I was. I didn't let that one go. Yes.
So let me tell you about Kimberly, because.
Oh, I'm sorry, and then I want to finish about Riley's birthday too, because she deserves.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought no. Please finish
that
first.
No. That's it. Really, actually, now that I think about it, drove out there. It was very nice. Burgers and fries and the thing, hot dogs on the grill. Kids having Easter egg hunts. And here's the catch. This is the part I thought you'd find interesting, because a lot of the things they do at this stage. Lots of young babies that, small children. It's that time, these parents are in their 30s, right? And their kids are, I was like, so we've been there. Bob and I have done this routine. And so it was wonderful, but it adjourned, I don't know, 4 o'clock or so, clean up. And I left around 3. The point is I had to call Samantha a little later, and everyone was coming over to her and Ben's apartment because the phrase, what are we going to do next, applies in that time of your life. See, to you and I, we go, and we did the party, and we're going home.
That's right. It's bedtime.
Well, not even that. It's not that you're old. It's there's nothing that's going to happen at one of these. But I get a kick out of the fact there's going to be, I don't know, half a dozen little children, 2 or 3 dogs. You've got to have maybe at least 8 to 10 adults, and they'll just all pack in and have, I know, a wonderful time. These are great people, but I thought, wow. Like, yeah, we would do that.
Yes.
We would do the obligatory thing that we had to do, a birthday party or something or other.
When our parents leave, then.
Yeah.
Truly. It's like, okay, bye. All right. Now we adults can be adults.
Adults. That's right.
Now we're the people waving goodbye to the driveway. Oh, getting out of there and dodge
that. Man, he stayed longer than I thought. Gosh, darn it. He stuck around all the way to the end.
No. I was the guy leaving.
No, that's what I meant. They're talking about me when I left today. Oh, okay, finally we can be humans now. Rob's gone. We can be grown-ups. We can do the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So anyway, getting to Kimberly, who I've never met, I don't believe.
Okay, so here's the thing. So she was one of my first personal trainer clients. So this is how far back this was. Okay?
Yeah.
And the thing about when I met her name was Kimberly Lewis, and you, of course, were with Kimberly Lewitz.
Yes,
cheesy. It was this like, oh, I know somebody. So there was this constant Lewitz in my brain during this entire phase of my life. It's odd that you guys never met, but I guess when would you? It was kind of 2 separate lives. It might have been. Here's when you would have, in that crossover time when I was living in that apartment in 2004, I think.
Which apartment?
One of those on.
Okay, right, but there were 2.
I know. I'm going to conflate them. I don't know. I can't remember which one. Okay. It was one of them. I think it was the 2004 version. Yeah,
that's the second one. The second one.
No, that's the first one.
Okay, sorry, I'm not conflating at all. I'm just completely forgetting. So hang in there with me. But I remember there were 2.
I was way into Terrapin beer at that time.
Remember? Yeah, she just said Terrapin days. Right. She's writing here.
And I can't remember if I introduced it to her. She told me about it. I really can't remember. but I know that we would meet up on occasion and have terrapin. And I
Okay.
know it was at that time, and it's just, and so she was on my side of town, I guess, and so yeah, it never would have. I guess you never would have met.
No, probably not. Unless
I
it
wasn't
was
really
a,
having
what was,
parties,
What was it?
right?
A Taco Mac or what? Where did we
Taco
go? Was it a taco?
Mac,
Yeah,
yeah.
We'd walk there and get ourselves a couple of cold ones and a sandwich, and discuss the world's issues, and then stroll back.
And that's exactly where we would meet.
Yeah.
So what do you know? How about that? So here we are.
So I just thought you'd find that interesting. Is that there's a second chapter, which I forgot about that you do a second. You and I have done that 1,000 times when we would get. It doesn't matter what the gathering was for, and then afterward, let's do round 2. We're here, there's all this beer. Might as
right,
well do
and
something.
then I think it's fair to say that then we do a round
Right.
3 when the round
Oh, yeah.
tours go to bed.
Right.
Okay,
And then
we're
knock 'em
normal
out.
people. That's
Yeah.
when phase 3 would start, and that would sometimes end 2:33, whatever.
Yeah. Here's the thing about phase 3 that I have now, but I didn't know. It's funny you mentioned that because I have a theory on parties that there's 3 phases. And the first phase is you show up, you look good, you're dressed, you got dressed for the party.
Yeah.
You got dressed for the party. You thought about what you were going to wear. So did your date or your wife, your husband or whatever. And you get there and you shake hands and you have your first couple drinks and the tunes are nice and the decorations are out and there's finger food and that whole thing. Okay, that's stage 1.
All right.
Now, stage 3, so you notice I skipped 2. Stage 3 is lampshade on your head, said something you shouldn't have, 2 or 3 in the morning, like you're describing. That's stage 3. What stage 2 is whether or not you make the decision to go to stage 3.
3.
That's how I break down parties now. Is that okay? You're in stage 2. This is a decision-making time because you can get ready to go home at the beginning of stage 2.
Yeah, I think if said party or gathering was at my house, there was always a stage 3. There was never a question. There was never a I wonder if we're gonna. It was always gonna be a. But if it was as a couple, if we were at a party, then there's a moment where we're looking at each other, going, "Are we gonna push?" Which was rare, I think.
Sometimes I can remember both of our brides at the time taking the families home. And the male would stay at whatever home was the host home. Either you would stay, well, Chrissy and the kids are going to go, oh, thank you for coming, blah, blah, blah. And you and I are eyeballing the pool table. And the same thing would happen at your place, too. But I don't think we went out to your place as often as you guys came and did some sort of social function at our house. I can remember you staying, though, at more than one occasion on one of those family across town things.
Oh, you're talking about as a family, everybody coming out.
Yes, and then,
Yes,
but
definitely. I think we came out to see you guys.
Now, so I'm going to do stage 3, right? Because I'm hosting. So stage 3 is a foregone conclusion. If you're hosting, you're going to go to stage 3. But a couple of times that I can remember distinctly,
The problem is you would get to stage 3 when we were at stage 2.
and that is one of the many problems that caused my eventual sobriety.
I remember being at stage 3, before when everyone's at stage 1. Back early marriage, early 20s, where there's a party that day, and for whatever reason, just start drinking at 10 a.m. Parties at 4.
Right. Well,
and you go, I'll pace myself, no problem.
The first couple
Susie,
beers
you're right.
is
My
followed by
background's not.
the first couple of beers at 10 in the morning or whatever, and you follow it with a glass of water and go, I'm going to do this all day.
Yeah.
And that's
cut
the last
to-
glass of water
Yeah,
you do.
5 o'clock, and now everybody else is just getting. It's the worst feeling.
It is.
When you realize, oh no, I
Oh,
can't.
yeah. And then,
Okay.
and
Now, then again,
not stepping this back.
It's
And you're
been-
not stepping it back.
that's
you're
like
done.
early 20s. I learned that lesson early, pretty early.
I did not. I went to that class so many times and I never learned that lesson.
Well, I will
Man,
say
I
though, in my just to be honest, there's a lot of lessons I did not learn ever.
Well, yeah, I flunked.
I mean,
a
I
few
may have learned a
classes.
couple of key ones, but I promise you, looking back, I'm going, oh my God.
So I have a treat for you.
All right.
Go to the non-steady cam or the non-blurry cam because you always do.
Oh,
And
okay.
So I want
Okay.
to go there.
All right.
Which is something Bob and I do on occasion during the lounge. Bob will bring up a shot of Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. For those of you who are new to the lounge, like Kimberly, I think is new to the lounge. I don't recall her visiting, so this is cool. And Susie Rose is here, so your background is not
That's
real.
Lynn's
No,
sister.
Oh, is it? I'm
Yeah.
okay. Hi, Lynn, sister. I know you're
I'm trying to get this freaking thing full screen, but it's not.
Well, that's a shame because I have a bit, kind of a bit
Well,
plan.
I can hold on. Okay, hold on. I can show the cheapo version. I'm just trying to get it full
Yeah.
screen though.
Well, let me ask you this: if you, so that's Lake Geneva, boys and girls. It's not. He has it paused, but that's still a live shot. If you go to a web link, can you put that on full screen?
Yes, that's
All
what
right,
I
then
kind
I
of
want you
expected
to-
you were going to do because you
That's
sent me
what
an
I did.
email or
So-
something.
Yes, I did. I sent you an email to the at bob.com, the me at bob.com one or whatever, that email address you've had for 1,000 years, which I love it.
Yeah. I thought I had it already.
And the
go.
subject is there. I think you like the subject that I put there when I sent this, moments before we opened the doors.
Right. I saw do not open till lounge time.
Right, so open that link, and
I'm working on it.
Okay, CD. You got to play a damn CD.
Fair enough.
Okay, right. I mean, do we need
Oops.
working on it music?
Yes, thank you. Well, wait, it's the same link.
No, it is not. If you push play, it should play. If it doesn't, you're going to have to go back to the first one. Now this got convoluted. So it's not doing what it did when I was at that site. It was actually a video.
Well,
Well,
I pasted in the URL.
Yeah,
I don't know why
it's running home to mama.
Okay.
Bring
There's
up
full
the
screen. Okay, hold on. So there it is,
Okay.
full screen right now.
Yeah. So go over to your left, and a little arrow will appear. Take your mouse over to the left of that. If this is the live shot, the live camera, and go over to the left-hand side, and an arrow will appear.
Okay, hold on.
It's going to give
now.
you do you have a mouse there?
It's not how this isn't how this works. It's embedded on the page. And I've
Oh.
got way too many.
Okay. Well, never the heck mind. It was going to be a lot of fun.
Well, you didn't give me enough information to be prepared, unfortunately.
I
mean,
know. I thought it was going to be a walk in the park. I always assumed this
Why
was a
would you
live.
assume that?
I just assumed this was a live shot on a URL, and you could just go there and
Yeah, well,
manipulate.
that's it, all it did. That's the exact same.
I don't see your mouse, I guess is what I'm saying.
No, you're not. You won't.
Oh, because
All right. So
couldn't
if I,
afford it.
oh, I see. So now I'm just going to the website. If I click the arrow to the left.
Yeah, then you're going to go to time lapse. And
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
you to go get a time lapse from yesterday's, but then you have to play it, and I don't know if you can. So that's my point. And it's 1 minute and 30 seconds, and it's very interesting to me, since we go to this. Oh, listen, I can hear clicking and
Yeah, I
all
get
right,
it
there
now.
it is.
There, yeah.
Go to your
yeah.
time lapse, and then go all the way to the top, and it would be what 322. And run that one. That's 323. Go down to that. Now you're one. There you go. And hit play and try to make it as big as you possibly can. So this is now midnight a day ago. 1 a.m. You can see the clock tick. Oh, now you did something weird.
I'm going
I
full
see.
screen.
Look what you're doing. Well done. Okay. Now click that little dog. And I can't see the numbers anymore. Oh, yes, I can now. Okay. 1 a.m. And you can see the lights flickering over in Williams Bay, and it's windy. You can see that flag cooking along pretty good. About 3. Yeah, this is what starts.
Snow.
At 3, snow. Oh, okay, it stopped at 4, but that's Mother Nature teasing us. Okay, here it's 5 a.m, and now the sun's going to come up around 6:30, and it will get a better idea of what we're dealing with here. This is March, boys and girls, in Wisconsin.
This is so cool. I didn't know we could
Not
do
only that,
this.
what-
I would have
right,
done this
and wait-
forever ago.
And look at the peer crew has showed up. It's snowing. This is how dedicated peer crew guys are, and they're doing their thing. And then eventually, I like to watch the sidewalk just become immersed in snow.
Yes.
Which there
Why
you
you
go.
timed that well, Mr. DJ?
And-
Talked right up to the post on that one.
And there's the wind blowing and the snow doing, and Easter's a week away, which just so reminded me of where I used to live. I can remember shoveling snow on Easter and shooting baskets on Christmas. You could never tell in the upper. So now it's about 5, 6 o'clock at night. Pretty soon the sun's going to go down, Bob, and the automatic light will come on. There we go. And winter in the spring at Lake Geneva. And I thought you would get a kick. Thank you.
I did get a kick out of that, and I'm irritated that I have not known about that feature. How long have they had that?
I found it like 3 days ago. So, but I'm looking at the dates there. They're posted like back to eternity. I think they've had it a while, but that's
so
fun.
cool. We should do that every week. We should look at the day.
Yes.
Because we only see the night. I can't believe so many. I'm
Well,
deleting all of our shows.
So here's the thing, too. That's a good point. Now, here, if you punch up today's, it will only run till about 6 o'clock Central. They don't have all the data yet. Like, they're a couple hours behind as far. But you can bring up today's, and you can watch today's weather in Lake Geneva on that fast speed. And it takes about a minute and a half or so to cover the 24 hours. So, hey, sexy people. Oh, snow-covered Canada. Angel. See, hi, Angel. Angels. It's nice to always have Angels show up, I think.
Hi, Angel. Yes, of course. That's why they call her Angel. So
I know.
I think this is it from this morning.
I don't see the date, so I don't know. I can't tell. Because only when you make oh, there we go. Look at so this is 321 again, I think. Yeah. No, this is yes, this is fun. The Pier Crew comes on this day. This is 2 days ago.
Oh well, I thought I clicked this. I thought I clicked
no,
today.
let this run though. This is kind of fun. I used to work on the pier. Come here, they're putting in piers, you see. And on the far left, they're going to put in, and you'll see the horses go in before the decking, even in the stringers. They're going to do one on the far left-hand side here in a little bit, because I saw this one the other day. Yeah, they get that barge out there. There we go. And the horses will go in first, and then the stringers will go in second, and then they finally put the deck on. And there's the decking. And yeah, this is what I did for a summer.
This is like watching an episode of Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. And of course, you get the whole day in about a minute and a half, about 90 seconds. So
that is pretty cool. That's very neat.
Can do that.
That was a good show and tell, Rob.
I knew you were going to hit the applause. Yeah. I knew it. Yeah, I thought you might like that, Bob. I was pretty proud of myself for finding that. I can scratch that off my list. Yacht Club time lapse. There it is right there. Oh, here's another thing that I meant to share with you. I wrote it down. So I was last night around 9 o'clock, Friday night. It's 9. I love Friday nights. It's my favorite weekend night because there's so much time in front of you that you're not obligated to do anything. And yet I'm not falling down intoxicated like 30 years of Fridays. So they're really refreshing.
30 years of Fridays. Now there's a book title.
There's a title. It's a book. It could be a record. It could be an album too,
TM.
like a rock and roll. TM. and so that reminds me of a family. What was the name of that show?
That's right. Angel's going to be in Vegas, so she's going to be on here live. She's going to be sitting right here.
Oh, that'll be awesome. Love
and
Lab
will be here. We may have to move. Actually, we may have to move cameras into another room. We did that once, didn't we? Didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The last time I was there, you put it out in the massage table room. well said.
We had some goober overdoing it.
So here's the thing. So last night, 9 o'clock, I'm having a good time. I'm just relaxed. I'm chill. And boom, power goes out. Okay, cool. Power goes out. And yeah, maybe not so much. So, I got the flashlights. I light the candles and all the things. And then I go, it is really dark. You forget how much electricity, even street lights it's dark. And the reason I bring all this up is that as I'm wandering around the house with truly nothing to do, I was going to look at my phone and I go, no, you should save the power on the phone in case you need it for an emergency, So I'm not going to sit there and just watch websites or YouTube reels.
Not with the zombie apocalypse just around the corner.
Right around the corner. It was literally around the corner. I could hear them. I couldn't see them. I couldn't see them because, of course, there was no street lights. But I could hear them, yes. And what I noticed, how neat this is that goofy toilet bowl light that you bought me still works when the power's out because it has its own battery. All my other night lights around the house, it still worked. And I just found that fascinatingly funny. I go, there's Bob in the middle of this blackout.
Right, that's your emergency light is your...
Yeah.
I guess
if I had to read instructions for something, at least I have that light there. It keeps changing colors and it gets wet.
I think you can cycle it so that it does different things. I really can't remember. But
there's a button, but I just leave it at the common rotation. Toilet bowl light. Angel wants to know, Bob, please tell the.
Well, she'll see it when she's here.
Yeah,
I can't remember where we got the first one, whether it was in a store or online or whatever. But it's just one of these. It's a little LED strip that bends over the edge of your toilet seat rim, and it detects when you come in the room. And it turns on, and it rotates colors, and so it shines this colored, glowy whatever in the toilet bowl. And Rob, I'm sure he will admit that when we gave it to him at first, he scoffed Inwardly,
I did.
at least.
I
I'm
did.
not going to use this thing.
I'll
Cut
be
to.
nice. I'll be nice while they're here.
Mhm.
It was one of those kind of gifts. Yeah, okay. This is so bomb. It's in my downstairs bathroom where I have company. Yeah, I'm going to be having that. That's like having a college poster, in your bedroom now with boobs or something. I'm going, no, but please continue. I was wrong. I'm just going to say I was.
Well, no, I'm
completely-
just, the more you say that, the more irritated I am that you took that opinion with me. And well, I wouldn't trash your house with some kitschy little novelty.
No,
If
you
I didn't
wouldn't.
think it was cool, Tracy would never have allowed it.
That's true too. Latbat would have laid down the law.
You're not giving him that.
Right, right. You're not giving them. But so I thought, okay, it's not staying in the downstairs powder room where company, but I'll put it up in the master bath and just, And how long's that been now? 2 years? And by the way, that's the original battery. That's
No
a battery.
way. I was about to say, how many times have you had to change the batteries?
Way, not anytime that I have to change that. And it's still it's the original model that Bob and Latbat gave me. And even in a power outage, boys and girls, the toilet bowl illumination system works wonderfully.
Those are some incredible batteries.
Batteries.
Mhm.
Batteries. Oh, by the way, I have to play this only because we didn't address St. Patrick's Day at all last week.
The Prisoner for AMC. 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Stereo mix. Tonight at 8. AMC PRI 202.
When she says 30, man, it's
Nobody
game
knows
over.
what the hell you're doing right now.
It's a slate, boys and girls. Hey, one more time.
That helps.
Prisoner for AMC. 30 seconds.
Yeah, man, when she says 30, I can't even do that. 30 seconds. Okay, so for those of you who care, and none of you do, a lot of times in the olden days of radio, they would slate a piece of audio, and that's what a slate sounds like. It tells you the length and who produced it, and is it a stereo or mono mix, which I never understood why I needed that information. I'm dubbing it in regardless. It's going on the air. But everywhere, they would say stereo or mono mix, and then usually sometimes the out cue, whatever. It was just, that's a slate. So you knew you were putting the right commercial that your paperwork told you into the system. And yeah, she's obviously not from around here, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. I wouldn't have known what you were saying until you told me, basically, that I know what you're saying, which just put my brain right into alignment. So thank you for asking
Sammy's
me.
here. Sammy's here too. I just noticed.
That's
I
right,
had to
after
interrupt
this
you.
day, LOL.
Yes, LOL. So I'm thinking that it went well, that no one, that everyone had a great time at her house. She was supposed to have a whole passel of people. Hey, Bob, is that your siren there going? You got problems in the neighborhood?
Yeah,
Wow,
well,
that's
that's just
really
well.
promising.
When they know the show's about to end, the crowds start to gather, and so now we've had to get crowd control.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So
you've got some guys out there with the billy clubs and the gas and
Yeah,
the
hang
whole
on.
thing.
Thank you, Officer McNamara.
McNamara.
Mm-hmm.
At
I
least
got
he
him
didn't say
because of the whole St. Patrick's Day late thing.
Yeah. McNamara. He also has a band, doesn't he? Doesn't he run some McNamara's band? Doesn't he do?
Do you
that
know
on
how
the
often he
weekend?
gets that? A lot. From Weisenheimers like you. Oh,
Okay, look,
great.
there's-
Oh,
thank-
geez, another car break-in.
Thank you, Officer McNamara. Do
yeah.
your job.
Yeah.
Donut eating. Look at this. Is great. Yeah, this is great. This is outstanding.
Now
Bob,
just hit it with the piece of lumber.
Bob has neighborhood sound problems, which is wonderful, and it doesn't coincide with the beach. But the beach look over your shoulder there, that doesn't look.
Well, that's
like
the back
beach.
door. This is out on the
Yeah.
street. They hit it with the piece of lumber. So
We got this. See, so the Airbnb advertising shows the beach like that, but really, when you get there, it's just sirens and a guy's car alarm.
it's a woman's car alarm, actually, if you must know.
So what did you do this week, Bob? Did you do anything at all, or did you just? Oh, by the way, we didn't even talk about it, and the show's almost over. The Sinatra stuff was outstanding. I couldn't get over how good that was, and I don't mean good like I sounded good, but it sounded like me singing. In fact, Bob sent me AI generated me singing stuff, a Sinatra type stuff, and then I went and grabbed the karaoke bed of one of those songs and sang it live right here in my office, and it sounded really similar.
Hang on. Let's listen to The Beautiful Dreamer.
Which is my favorite.
And then we'll explain. some other time. Nope, we're going to just end it with this. And they're going to have to tune in next week to see
more
what the deal is.
clown. Beautiful dreamer, wake unto me. Starlight and dewdrops are waiting for thee. Sounds of the rude world heard in the day,
So good.
lulled by the moonlight, have all passed away. Beautiful dreamer, queen of my song, list while I woo thee.
I love the high note,
with
man.
soft melody.
And the little dee. It's just like you do.
Gone are the cares
Just like you wish you
of life's busy throng. Beautiful dreamer, awaken to me.
And with those were the words they chose. I kid you not. Those were the words. So when those words came out, they decided that's when they were going to end the show. They could have done, I don't know, countless other things, but they chose that sequence of words to end it. And this is how we're left with the show. I don't get it. I don't think I can watch anymore.
You've been watching The Lounge Show with Rob Scott and Bob Doyle. Join us every Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and tell your friends and family to do the same. After all, we'd do it for you if you had a show. Probably.